Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the Disney Toon animation feature film, The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginnings. This came out in 2008. Hour 20 minutes, including credits, so it's really an hour and 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes of credits. Long credits, but it's animated credits, so it's neat. This is the fourth installment in the Little Mermaid franchise from Disney. And we had 89's Little Mermaid, based on Hans Christian Andersen's book. You have 92 to 94's TV series, Little Mermaid, which is a prequel to the film. Ariel's like 14 to 16-ish, give or take, in that show. She's 16, I think, in the first film, right? And then the second film, which came out in 2000, called Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea, is 13 years later from the movie, where Ariel and Eric, now king and queen, have a daughter, Princess Melody, who is then learning that she's a mermaid, has mermaid history and stuff, right? Morgana is in that, Ursula's evil sister. So, like, stuff. Pretty cool. Then we have this, and this is a prequel to the movie. This takes place with Ariel and her siblings, age 3, 4 years old, young. And we get their mom, Athena, the Queen of Atlantica. Trident has not white hair. He's, auburn hair at this point. He had red when he was a kid, and we saw him as a kid in Little Mermaid series. And then now we have this particular time period, and we get this whole backstory of what happened to their mother. The whole time you're watching Little Mermaid from 89 to present, you're like, what the hell happened to the mom? She's clearly gone, but what happened? We get answers. We get answers how Ariel meets Flounder. We get answers how their mom, Athena, passes away. It's from pirates. That the pirate ship happened to crash into her as she was trying to save a music box that Triton gave her as a gift. And then he absolutely outlawed, banned music from the kingdom for 10 years. The girls are now older. They're now in their mid-teens. Well, early teens. And so Ariel is not understanding why they can't have fun. They have a very strict curfew. They have a governess named Marina, who's just an absolute nightmare, voiced by Sally Field, who did a great job. And Marina's sidekick manatee friend, Benjamin, Marina has like these electric eels hiding in her quarters, bed chambers. So it's stuff, right? Let me use them as ammunition. But Ariel doesn't understand why they can't have fun, doesn't understand why they can't laugh, doesn't understand why they can't enjoy life, being mermaids, swimming. So it turns out Ariel is being punished. She's scraping barnacles off something, the coral reefs, and the coral pipes. And she happens to find Flounder, who happens to be playing with the coral pipes, but he's making music out of them. But music is banned. So instead of throwing him in the, in the dungeon, it's just explained that, oh, well, this is my friend Flounder, and he was helping me clean. And we didn't intend to make music when we were cleaning the pipes. C'est la vie. Turns out Flounder is a part of this speakeasy called the Catfish Club, which Sebastian headlines at. And it's just a wonderful, you have jazz, you then have scatting, you have then beatboxing thrown in, because beatboxing derives from scat. So you have this progression of musical history at this Catfish Club. And it's because music is outlawed. So how are we going to sing and dance and have fun and party and stuff? Well, you're going to take an oath, and you're going to swear by it, and you're going to protect your siblings of music love and all these things for the betterment of music. And then Ariel's sisters find out about this and want to get invited as well. So they're all hanging out. And then Trident finds out, and then all hell breaks loose. Ariel runs away with Sebastian and Flounder and the band, who then happen to find that music box. And then there's a big fight. And then Ariel is knocked out. And Trident realizes that this is not what Athena would have wanted. Let's bring music back. And then they all live happily ever after. But they don't, because then it does lead into the shenanigans of the show, which then leads into the shenanigans of the film, and then the sequel film. I've never seen a film like this as a fourth installment of a franchise. You had a film, you had 31 episodes of a TV series, you had another film, but then this is the fourth film. This is incredible. It's a different creative team behind this. It's, of course, based on, the original and stuff. Some of the same voice actors are there. Awesome. But the music in this was like a Broadway show. Like, when you are familiar with musicals, when you're familiar with stage productions, there's certain amounts of elevation in a song. getting from point A to point B to point C. Sometimes a story helps elevate the dialogue, helps elevate the story. That's the point of a musical. But there's some ways of doing things and I talked about this when we talked about the Zombies Reanimated series, that some of those songs felt like Broadway songs, that they're layered, that they had, you know, the guy and the girl singing the different points of the same song but overlapping, and there's a flow to it and a melody to it, not, no pun intended, of bringing up their daughter Melody, but it's very rare that anything makes me do a double take, and I'm like, wait, am I hearing this? Am I hearing this overlay, which you normally hear in a Broadway show? Like, this was incredible music. Absolutely incredible music. I have no idea who did the music for this, but I was so blown away with this. One of the main songs at the Catfish Club was just great. And the song that Athena sings in the very beginning was astounding. The fourth installment of a Disney show, of a Disney property, I did not have high expectations for it. I just assumed it would be another straight to DVD, you know, kind of fluff piece to, you know, keep the characters' stories going. I didn't expect to get more logical and coherent canon to the Little Mermaid franchise. Didn't expect it. This is awesome. So this is the last animated bit in the Little Mermaid franchise that we have. Then we have the live action stuff. We have the 2019 live actions, live stage production, which we're going to talk about. The 2023 film that just came out, live action, even though majority of it's CGI. But I'm very curious if there'll ever be another animated film or animated show corresponding to this 89 story, because it's just so intricate and wonderful, and I really want to see Urchin again, and I want to see Gabriella again, and Ollie. And I know that there's a CGI show of Ariel as a kid based on the newest live action of Halle Berry as Ariel. So that's another show, but that's that particular multiverse, because now Little Mermaid's a multiverse within Disney, which is fine. But I want more of the original verse. I want more stories. I want an Urchin story. I want a Gabriella story. Like, that would be so cool. And I'm very curious now, moving forward, within regards to the animated show after the live action show, how that's going to work. Because now I feel like I need to watch it, because realizing all of this is certain canon. So I'm very curious if the show is going to be actual canon to the live action film. There's stuff we got to look into. We got to look into this, because this fourth installment absolutely blew me away. I had no expectations for it. It blew all my expectations for it, even if I had mid expectations for it. Bro, this ain't mid. This ain't mid at all. I'll pull a slang term, no cap. It was not mid. I'm shocked. I am shocked. This was awesome. The music was awesome. Animation was gorgeous. Beautiful mix of 2D and CGI. Shocked. Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning, 2008. Incredible sequel film. Prequel film. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.